Mr. Bo Jones, welcome to the 1 Million Cups podcast by the community, for the community.
Good morning,
Tell us
Maggie.
who you are and what you do. And I know this. I work for the guy, but I can't wait for you to meet him. All right, Bo.
Bo Jones. Last 25 years, I've been running a residential and commercial construction company in Lincoln, Nebraska. So created careerpathway.com out of frustration for some challenges we were having in the industry, and we think we have a pretty creative solution for it.
So Career Pathway, did it start as that brand? Did it have an initial brand? Like, what are the phases that it's gone through as it's developed as a workforce development platform?
Great question. So the original vision was for the trades only. And there was a gamification concept in the background that as students and young professionals were engaging in the content, that they were earning badges and awards for their efforts. So when we rolled it out, the name was Trade Games. And what happened was we took it to the education system, and they said, well, what about the other 50% of our students that are going to go into nursing and be a doctor and all the professional trades and careers? So made a quick flip and bought the domain careerpathway.com, and off we go.
All right. For those of you that don't know what trades are, that is someone who's going to help build the world that we live in. So when you hear the word trades, carpenter, electrician, someone that is really going to help bring an idea to life that is in the physical environment. Just sometimes we don't know what the trades are. So trades, trade games, but now we're talking every industry.
Every industry, yeah. And trades expands into trucking and transportation and auto mechanics and a whole bunch of hands-on skills that oftentimes students are not taught in high school or even know that it's a viable option for careers. And these trades and the professions are paying a lot of money right now to get this younger workforce into their industries because we're short. And a lot of industries are aging out faster than the workforce is being replaced, and construction is certainly an example of that. But what we've created gives us a real easy tool to go into classrooms and as a resource to help this younger generation understand what options are available to them.
Now, we've heard that the earlier touch point, the better chance of success for students as they're learning about industry, even careers. And that could be outside of our minds, right? To think, why would a sixth grader care about a career? But we get to tell the story of companies earlier. Tell us what makes careerpathway.com so unique in terms of earlier touch points.
Yeah, we worked hand in hand with the education system to make sure that it was a platform that would be accepted and approved in the education system with students as early as 13 years old. So for me as industry in the construction industry is how do I get to as many young individuals as possible to get them thinking about the construction industry as a career and brand my company in front of them so that when the time is right for them to move forward, maybe it's a part-time summer job, maybe it's a certificate that they want to achieve after high school, but we help them understand what the industry is and how to get there.
Yeah. One of the incredible things that I love about careerpathway.com is it speaks in the language of the student, which is if they're watching content, if they're watching videos, because this is the what generation?
This is the TikTok generation.
The TikTok generation.
Yep. Yeah, and that was our primary focus was students don't like to learn from books. They don't like to learn from anything that takes time. This is a real high impact, short attention span generation. So they need high hit videos and photos that are very engaging, and the faster the better. So if they can get through a video in 30 to 90 seconds and learn something about the construction industry, that's their sweet spot. So what we built is a platform that if you merged all of the social medias and YouTube and LinkedIn all together as one, and the output would be something that was approved in the education system, that's what we've created in careerpathway.com.
Now, the other unique thing I love about it is the dashboard, this collective information area. As I'm a student, I'm Emma, and I'm interested in manufacturing. As I watch the videos, it creates a unique dashboard. Walk us through that dashboard, what it represents. There's a lot of colors involved, as we can see the block behind us on the logo. So tell us that story of us.
My passion behind careerpathway.com and what we've created is the ability for individuals to come in, engage in whatever content they want. They gravitate towards their interests. They follow the businesses and the colleges that they like, and we help them identify what that is in their profile. So they get to build their own profile, and as they're engaging in the content, we're following specifically the industry and the careers that they're gravitating towards.
Yes.
They can always reference back to the resume that we helped them build and see exactly what their strengths are and what their interests are. And they can click on the word manufacturing, and we show them that all the opportunities in the manufacturing industry and the construction industry, whatever their interests are, we make it very easy for them to see what the colleges and the businesses that have those opportunities are. We put it right in front of them.
One of the things, as you talk about gamification that you had with who we were previously as a brand, I think that dashboard has its own gamification element where if I'm a student and my teacher or the program, my after-school program that I work with, or even if peer-to-peer, as I'm watching video and content and having it create a dashboard for me to start to show up in real time, I think there's something really rewarding about that as a student, as a professional, and even as the teacher watching them engage with the platform.
Yeah, the neat thing that we're doing is if a student likes a photo post, they get a 10-second credit to their resume. If they like a video post, they get the full duration of that video. So let's say it was a 1:30 video, they get a 1:30 credit applied towards that industry and that career. So they can always see where they've spent the most time and engaged in the most content. It's very dynamic. It changes every time they hit like on something, their profile changes. It's in real time. They can see it. The neat thing is the educators and the mentors can follow their students and they can see in real time as well. So if they assign this as a classroom activity or as homework, it gives them the ability to check in the next day and say, hey, these students are engaging in this content. And it also gives them a very unique and individual insight to what every single student and what every single mentee is interested in.
Now, you can always hear this from a company. There's nobody like us, but I think there's nobody like us. What does this mean for us as the state of Nebraska, as the United States of America, and how we're trying to bridge the gap in this emerging workforce and the current workforce too?
Yeah, so what we've created is a resource that gives the education system and any young professional the opportunity to see direct from the professionals and the businesses in those industries in a resource that is very intuitive. It's free for the students. It's free for young professionals. It's free for anybody looking for a job. It's free for the educators. And then the businesses and the colleges have different options that they can upgrade depending on how much they want to participate in the platform. So really, everybody has a place. Everybody can participate. Everybody can add content, engage in the content, and with the end result being a better aligned workforce, because we're helping these students and these young professionals understand what their interests are and then giving them the information to move forward as fast as possible.
When I think about economic development, it's not just how we're going to grow the workforce and develop the workforce, but also management of resources. And when you can have a comprehensive platform like careerpathway.com that is a no-cost option for middle schools, high schools, colleges, even, and realistically, even the businesses, if they just want to expose themselves to have a free option, it's remarkable. That is investing back in the community. That's economic development at its finest. So from where we've started as a company, tell us about the growth and where we continue to see the growth, because I know we've had some exciting numbers even over the last 45 days. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, internally, our team has grown from 3 to 11 over the last 90 days. So brought on some absolute all-stars that'll help us just push this forward. And we're getting exposure from all directions in terms of we're working with the chambers of commerce, we're working with industry, we're working with the education system. We're doing everything we can to follow up as fast as we can, but there's a lot coming at us. So excited about the internal team growth. Users on platform and businesses on platform is growing exponentially. So we're seeing, some days we're seeing 5% single day growth. So the numbers are moving fast and it's happening. And we see classrooms of students coming in and we see people from all over the nation. I think we hit our 33rd state yesterday.
All right.
Yeah, we officially have somebody in Iowa now, or Idaho on platform now. So it's kind of fun to see the map light up and stuff happening all over the place.
I think I had a fun t-shirt about that state when I was growing up, but that's not what this podcast is about. Yeah. All right, moving on. So in terms of jobs available versus student versus peer interaction, I think we have some exciting numbers around that as well. Tell us what those numbers are. Get us excited about it. I'm a business. Why should I be on this platform?
Yeah, the easy audience right now for us is the young professionals and the students that come in the bigger numbers than we anticipated, which is good for all of us. We're approaching somewhere between 400 and 500 businesses on the platform right now.
Wow.
So that's growing rapidly. And it's fun to see everybody's putting their own little spin on the content that they're providing. Some of them are going kind of the funny route and very engaging to the younger generation.
Yep.
Kawasaki just posted their Super Bowl video, their Super Bowl ad,
That's
which is super cool. The ad is super fun. So everybody's putting a little different spin on it. We have one of my favorites is a financial advisor in Lincoln. He doesn't need to hire anybody. He's not looking for any new clients, but he's doing a whole series on personal finance. What is a credit card? Why does it matter? What is your credit score? Why is it important?
How impactful.
All the basics that he wants all this younger generation and this emerging workforce to understand, because it helps them prevent some pretty big hurdles in their life if they can not get themselves into trouble.
I feel like I've seen some surprises, right? And that's one of them, this digital mentorship piece where maybe I want to be a mentor, but it's something that I don't necessarily realistically have time for person to person at this time in my life. But to have this chance to mentor thousands digitally through our platform, a couple of minutes a week, I think that's really exciting. Even personally, I've found new parts of myself coming out as I interact with the platform, and not just the athlete side of me. I get to bring in the business element. For you as the business owner, the CEO, what is your true passion as you continue to grow? Tell us a little bit more about Bo.
I love the fact that I can tell a story through photos and videos about my industry, and it's going to impact generations to come across the entire United States. So I can do 1 3 or 4 minute video.
Let's go global, Bo.
And in time globally. But I can have an impact on a way broader scale than I ever could doing in-person events or all of the job fairs that we've attended over the years. This is a digital platform. My content will be viewed thousands of times over however many years, making an impact on that many students.
Now, we also have some very exciting things coming up in the pipeline. So I don't even want to spoil it. It's so exciting. I'm not going to let it pass through my lips. Bo, tell us what's in the pipeline.
Well, we're very excited to be working with the Nebraska Department of Economic Development and Governor Pillen himself. And he puts on a governor's summit every August, and it's out in Kearney. And this year they're going to try something new. They're going to do a student summit. And we're very excited to be partnered up with Symphony Workforce and a bunch of the other partners such as JAG, the Nebraska Department of Education, teammates, list is long and amazing. So they're going to utilize careerpathway.com as the platform to make all of these connections. And we're very excited about this opportunity, and we feel we have the right team in place to make it a huge success.
One of the things that, as a person who actually likes data architecture, a lot of people don't know that about me. I'm a little logistical. I get excited about being able to really tell the story of the student, and that, hey, our state is actually really leaning towards IT, or we have a bigger pocket of students that want to be in manufacturing more than we realize, or even robotics. There's so many innovations, especially technologically speaking, in Nebraska. We really are a growing state. We have not only an emerging workforce, people are coming here in droves, especially with our diverse population, the emerging Latino workforce. So I really get excited about that element to be able to tell the statistics. So statistically speaking, let's get into the numbers. Let's crunch a little bit. Tell us about how we can export the data. Tell us more behind the background and the benefit this is going to be to any state who partners with us or any program that partners with us.
And we're working on the data right now. So the amount of data that we can extract out of the platform and the engagement is astonishing. It's a lot. We can tell where the students are gravitating towards in industries. So we'll be able to say very specifically that a certain percentage of students are headed towards manufacturing and nursing, and we can give a lot of clarity into that, which helps people plan for programs and curriculum and stuff like that. So some insight as to where it's going. Also all the way down to keywords. So we can tell the education system the number of keywords that were searched by students, the number of times, and it's a lot of clarity. So a lot of clarity that people have been looking for that we can certainly start sharing here hopefully soon. We're working on all that. It's a lot.
Well, and I feel like I'm at the point where I want to say, and that's not all. So better, they can apply right in the platform. So we have some partnerships with the NDOL, Nebraska Department of Labor, so many American Job Center, Research Center, a number of economic development partners. So to be able to see, yes, this many people are applying for jobs right now in Nebraska, walk us through that. And what I'd also like you to walk through, I'm a business, I want to sign up, but what do I do?
Partners is how we've gotten to where we are. First partner was the Nebraska Department of Economic Development. They helped fund us with a prototype grant. That was amazing. It gave us the kickstart we needed. And then a partnership about a year later with the City of Lincoln and Lincoln Chamber of Commerce through LPED was another very amazing strategic partnership that has really put us in the forefront of the business community and gave us the ability to bring all of the Department of Labor information into the platform. So now a student can not only search the real stuff from the professionals and the businesses, they can also search all of the data from Nebraska Department of Labor as it relates to how do you get started in industry and how do you progress up to expert level and within each industry and see that there's a progression. You can start in an industry and work all the way up to a professional and expert into that industry. So amazing partnerships is how we've gotten to where we are. From the business perspective, signing up is literally 5 minutes. You sign up.
I was waiting for that 5-minute number. There's not a lot of things you can sign up for in 5 minutes.
It takes no time at all. You can come in for free. You can post all the content that you want. This is about sharing your industry and your story with young professionals and those individuals that are looking for opportunities. So we want as much of that content in there as possible. Make it the best you can. We're here to help the next generation understand what their options and opportunities are and help them get into meaningful positions that they're happy and that they are high performers in.
After I've gone through my 5 minutes, I'm a business. One of the things I really appreciate about the platform is how they separate it. A day in the life, get to know, walk us through those categories and help the businesses understand the value of that as they're working with the next generation and the current generation. Because I don't think anything is broken down so simply. And you can't tell that story through social media, but our platform, you can.
Yeah. So this emerging generation wants to know that they're working somewhere that's meaningful. They want to know the culture and the team. They want to understand what they're getting into before they show up the first day. So careerpathway.com allows us to create posts that are photos and videos of get to know us, a day in the life, what are the things that we do, understand the team, how-to videos, some advice from those of us that have started an industry, what college to go to, what to avoid, what to do. It really gives them insight as though we were sitting face-to-face with these students, mentoring them through this education and this career exploration opportunity. So we can hit and reach a lot more students a lot easier with these photos and these videos.
Now, I'm glad you mentioned the part about students and colleges. So as we're in our final 5 to 10 minutes, we'll see how exciting it goes. It's very exciting. Let's talk about what this means for the 2-year institutions, the community colleges, the non-traditional learners, certificates, and the college. This is 4-year colleges. What does this platform mean for them? Because this isn't just businesses that can be on this platform. Talk about that college part.
We have 2 main components that are education opportunities and career opportunities. So every education institution can come in and talk about their certificates and their bachelor's degrees and their master's degrees and all of the degrees that they offer. So students get a very clear understanding of that, as well as the businesses can come in and talk about their internships, their apprenticeships, their part-time jobs and full-time jobs. We want this emerging workforce to understand all of the opportunities that are available to them and how to connect with the opportunities that are available.
Yeah. Now, the unique thing with it as well, let's say I'm looking for a scholarship. I can search a platform for a scholarship. I can search a platform for a certificate, non-traditional learning. And I really want to hone in on those keywords. Like we've mentioned it, but let's zero in on those tags as I'm a user. I'm on the platform. Take me through that experience.
Yeah, so everything that we do is based on tags. So as a professional, when I put content in the platform, I say, hey, we're in the construction industry and today we're doing plumbing or electrical or whatever that may be in that content. So as the students are engaging in that content, we're telling them very specifically the precise career that they're gravitating towards. And then we also can talk about the opportunities we have. Home Builders Association of Lincoln can say that they give away 2 $1,500 scholarships every year. Apply via Career Pathway to put your name on the list for these scholarships. So yeah, anybody can come in, post their opportunities. If it moves a student or a young professional forward in life, put it on the platform.
Now, for anyone that's interested in the platform, every Tuesday at 10 a.m., we have a Zoom call. It's about 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It's walking through who we are, what we do, and then a live site demonstration. So I just want to encourage you, jump on there. It's free to jump in, find out who we are. Sometimes Bo's there with a smiling face. And sometimes it's one of our other incredible team members. So, Bo, I've said so many questions. In your final parting, what do you want to say? What haven't I asked that you want to make sure the audience knows as we wrap up?
Just that this is a resource that allows college and industry to get into the hands of a lot of future learners and earners that is the hard audience for us to get to otherwise. We're all used to doing the job fairs and all of the very expensive and labor-intensive events with minimal impact. This gives us the ability to spread the word to now 33 states, thousands of users on platform that are seeking opportunities.
Yeah.
So very simple. Get started today. There is a reward for those that get started early, in the sense that all of our content is sorted based on likes, shares, and follows. So the longer you're in the platform, the higher you sort in those orders because you have more eyes on it. So very beneficial getting started soon, and it's easy. We've made it as easy as possible to create your account, add and edit content. It doesn't get any easier.
Well, thank you for joining us on this podcast. I am incredibly excited for everyone who is already a part of our 24/7 digital career fair that anyone can easily access and be a part of, specifically these after-school programs as well that have soft skill development and workforce focus. So we look forward to interacting with you. Bo Jones, thank you so much, CEO, founder of CareerPathway.com.
Thank you, Maggie.